Good day everyone, I am Janelle C. Tabo and I will be discussing about the accounts on the origin of language. Introduction. What was the first language? How did language begin? Where and when? So, mo ni mga pangutana nga gibalik-balik or pirmi gipangutana sa mga scholar. So, according to Bernard Campbell, he states flatly in Humankind Emerging, we simply do not know and never will how or when language begin. Kay wala man jud ta kahibaw kung asa or kanusa nagsugod ang language. So here are the theories and hypotheses about the origin of language. So siguro sa ka-curious sa mga tao, sa mga linguista, ug asa jud nagsugod ang language, nakakamp sila og mga theory. So mo ni ang una. Bow Wow theory or the Bow Wow theory. So the Bow Wow theory is based on the ideas that humans imitate the sounds of the animal calls. So during a theory, humans tend to imitate the sound of nature or sa mga animals. Example kanang sa iro, kanang aw-aw sa iro. Diha kuno makasundog ang tao. Pero kini kuno nga theory kay naay kahinaan or weakness kay di ba lahi-lahi taw gigikanan. For example, kung sa manok atwa kay tiktilaok, sa western kay cock-a-doodle. So mao na ang bow-bow theory. Next, the poo-poo theory. So the poo-poo theory arose with the idea that people can make instinctive sound. So diri nga theory kinahanglan jud kuno i-express sa tawo iyang gibati. Example, kanang pila pa kabuan ang bata. Di pa siya kamaw mo istorya pero ang iyang gigamit para ma-express iyang feelings is ang paghilak. So while we're growing up, makahibaw na jud og anam-anam og istoryang tao tungod sa pag-express og emotion pagbata nila. Murag inigdako natural nang mogawas ang ilang gustong ipaabot. Mao to ang poo-poo theory. Next is the ding-dong theory. This is based on the notion that people react to the world and make sound symbolism. So according to Max Muller, tanan kunong gamit or butang sa kalibutan na nakunoy kaugalingaw tingog. Example kanang bell or kanang doorbell. Di ba na siya tingog nga ding dong. Mo na diha kuno makakam up ang tao or makasundog sa tingog sa mga gamit. Pero naa kunoy kahinaan sad ni nga theory. Ang weakness ani niya kay naay gamit nga walay tingog ug naay tingog nga walay gamit nga katumbas. Sunod is the Yuheo theory or the Yuheho theory. This is based on the proof that humans create rhythmical grunts which later developed into chants to address physical environmental needs. According to D.S. Diamond, a linguist, nga ang tao kuno makamaong istorya kay resulta sa kanang presang pisikal. Example na kanang karate, di ba nanay tingog nga, ya, haya. Mao na siya ang Yuheo theory. Last, the Lala theory. The Lala theory is the romantic side of human life and is the sole factor that is responsible for the creation of language. So mao ni siya ang theory nga konektado sa romance or gugma. According to this theory, ang love kuno ang nag-push sa tao para makabuo og istorya. Ang example ani kay kanang mga tula og mga kanta. Let's dive into another hypothesis and theory. The first one is the genetic mutation of Chomsky. Noam Chomsky postulates in his theory that language was created from a genetic mutation from one of our human ancestors. This human ancestor developed the ability to speak and understand language, and he passed this on to his offspring. Kabantay mo or ka-familiar mo anang saying nga, nasa genes yan or kanang manamana ba nasa dugo ana. Mo ni ang pa-comprehend ni Chomsky nga kanang nagikan kuno ang language sa isa na to ka ancestor nga kamao or naay ability nga moistorya unya gipasa ra niya sa iyahang anak hantud ni kanap sa mga kaliwatan. So mao to ang genetic mutation ni Chomsky. Next, Vocal grooming of Dunbar. Reuben Dunbar's theory is based on the notion that people needed to find a more efficient form of grooming as communities began to grow larger. Wanting to keep their peers with them, humans groomed themselves and so did the vocals develop. Humans need to be together with other humans, so they needed to use sounds like early conversations, similar to gossip in our modern times. So this theory, it refers to the social interaction and communication to maintain and strengthen their group. This concept suggests nga kinahanglan mo engage ang tao o various forms of communication such as convos or conversations, sharings through verbal interaction to build and sustain social connection. It is also a way of grooming social bonds through speech and conversation. So mao to ang vocal grooming ni Dunbar. Next is the putting the baby down hypothesis. Dean Falk, an anthropologist, suggests that language developed from early humans, the mothers in particular. As humans evolved and lost their fur, the mothers who used to carry their babies on their backs needed to leave them on the ground as they gather food and foraging. To make sure that babies are ensured that they are not abandoned, the mother would call him or her and uses facial expressions. Aside from this, body language and tactile communication are also used, like tickling. This theory suggests that our early human ancestors may have had babies who could sit or stand more independently, like today's human infants. This would have allowed parents to do this with their hands while still caring for their babies. So kung ato i-simplify ni nga theory, ang development kuno sa language or the early humans kay nagikan kuno sa atong mama kanang pagbutang nila nato og kintahay na sila buhatonon unya magamit man na sila language verbal og non-verbal, so diha magsugod ang ato ang growth or the language development. So mao to ang putting the baby down hypothesis ni Falk. Next is the witness origin of language. Witness theory on the source of human speech is anchored on the natural sound of human cries. As humans express their feelings and are being understood by others, the use of language began. Next, according to Whitney, human beings come to use imitative or onomatopoeic utterances as the reproduction of the sound of crying. This theory also suggests that humans develop language as a way to express their thoughts and need, which help them cooperate and survive. In simple terms, language evolved as a tool for communication and collaboration among early humans. So mao to ang witness origin of language. My discussion ends here. Hope you learned something from my report and have a great day.